Hey, Eagles! Hey, Eagles! Seniors! Are you here? Good evening, parents and students of John Adams High School. We're excited to bring you tonight the Class of 2020 Senior Award Ceremony. We are in the historic Hadaway Shack here at John Adams High School, which has been the site to many, many historic events, including on which was once the stage here behind me, the playing in 1940 on the radio of Newt Rockne All-American, performed by President Ronald Reagan. He obviously was not president at the time, but that was a very historic event that took place. And we are also find that it's very appropriate and very sentimental to bring to you tonight our senior award ceremony from the students section, to where you have cheered on your Eagle basketball teams, your volleyball teams for 4 years, and we've had some great moments here tonight. We are going to now listen to John Adams High School senior David Smith perform the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof to the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Thank you, David, for that wonderful rendition of the national anthem. Good evening, class of 2020. We would like to welcome all parents, family members, and distinguished guests to the 2020 John Adams High School Senior Award Ceremony. For those of the guests who do not know me, my name is Jim Seitz, and I am the very proud principal of John Adams High School. Many individuals have had a hand in helping each senior get to this point in their life. You will hear from several of them tonight. And before we begin, I would like to introduce each of those individuals. Assistant Principal, Ms. Christina Campos. Assistant Principal, Mr. Chris Berg. Assistant Principal, Ms. Jeannie Dietrich. Dean of Students and Athletic Director, Mr. Bob Toll. Counseling Department Chair, Ms. Tammy Berbitsky. Counselor Shelley Friel. Counselor Gay Johnson. Counselor Karen Skierbeck. Counselor Karen Hernandez. And Counselor Kristen Gaines. We'd also like to introduce and welcome IB Coordinator Ms. Becky Hernandez, Career and Technical Education Career Guidance Specialist, Mrs. Andrea Jeffers, our senior class sponsor, Mrs. Tracy Hostin, all of our school board members and central office personnel, our Chief Academic Officer, Dr. Susan Devetsky, and our Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Todd Cummings. We would now like to listen to a special message from Dr. Cummings.
Hi everyone, I'm Todd Cummings, Superintendent of South Bend Schools, and I want to say congratulations to my Eagles family. What an interesting and a little bit weird year that it's been. So, thank you for joining me at the sporting events. Thank you for fist bumping the superintendent. Thank you to the hockey team for my great hockey jersey. And thank you for sharing your senior year with me, which happens to be my first year as superintendent. Thank you for your feedback about food and all your advice that you've given along the way. It has really helped shape our district. But I wanted to say congratulations on your virtual senior award ceremony, and I'm looking forward to seeing you for our in-person graduation on July 24. Congratulations, everyone.
Before we begin honoring the class of 2020, I would like to share with you a few comments. As I reflect on this class, I'm amazed at the courage, the hard work, and determination of this group. They have exhibited great grit over their educational career, especially the final few months of high school. Obviously, we are in uncharted waters as we bring to you, for the first time ever, a virtual senior award ceremony. All of us have been forced to change how we do business, and quite frankly, how we live our lives. I do believe, though, that this senior class was more prepared for these changes than even they would have thought. I've been amazed at the work over the past 10 weeks. We have seen our students help instruct younger students in the South Bend Community School Corporation. We were able to gather 100 volunteers to deliver yard signs to all 406 graduating seniors. We have been able to continue to feed our students, provide Wi-Fi, and take an e-learning system that was meant to get us by for a few days of snow and morphed it into an educational system for 10 whole weeks. Students have submitted work virtually, participated in Google Meets, they've communicated with each other virtually, and even produced some fantastic videos. There was one I saw the other day made by Aaliyah Purcell, Michael Dunham, and McKenna Lichty about quantum entanglement. I have no clue what quantum entanglement is, but it was fantastic. This group of seniors, the class of 2020, they will obviously be remembered as the class that graduated during the coronavirus pandemic. But their achievements, the journey, the legacy that every single one of them will leave is far greater than that. Let's think about some of the accomplishments of this class of 2020. The 2020 Science Olympiad team won the regional again, and in my opinion, would have won the state championship. The mock trial team had 7 teams advance to the state finals, and Snake Out won the state mock trial championship. Unfortunately, they were not given the opportunity to participate in the national championship, but they would have won. Our National Honor Society, Brothers, Love, ISO, and Java raised thousands of dollars for various community events and hosted several events. Our cross-country, wrestling, swimming, and diving teams had several individuals advance to the regional, semi-state, and state competitions. Our boys basketball team won 22 games and had a great season. And I'm pretty sure that our spring sports will all win sectional titles too. And we did win one sectional title as our boys soccer team brought home the sectional title in the fall. We won dozens of gold keys in art, music, orchestra, and band. Many awards were won for career and technical education students. The African American History Challenge team won the city title for the 2nd straight year. They missed out on a chance for a national competition, but I think they would have won as well. Our Quiz Bowl program finished 2nd in the Quiz Bowl League, and they had another fantastic year. We even had an esports team, which is ironic in the year of the coronavirus, win a League of Legends tournament at IUPUI. And for the third consecutive year, John Adams High School was rated as an A school by the Indiana Department of Education. So yes, I just crowned Snake Out as the National Mock Trial Champions, crowned the Science Olympiad team as the state champions, the African American History Challenge team is the national champions, and all of our spring sports as sectional champions. Don't tell the IHSAA. I figure, since everything has been thrown off, I can do that. So congratulations to all. Seriously though, the most important accomplishment that we have achieved are the relationships that we have built. We have talked the past 4 years about expectations, success, and building positive relationships. Many of you now have lifelong friends that you didn't even know 4 short years ago. It is a true testament to all of you and your families that each of you will graduate in the next month. All of you have taken different paths to this graduation and this honors assembly, but you all share a common bond. Later this summer, you will join more than 23,800 John Adams High School graduates who have been awarded degrees from this fine institution. I thank each of you for your hard work and dedication. I would now like to introduce Miss Jeannie Dietrich from a remote location to present our first Scholastic Awards.
Greetings to the class of 2020. It is with great honor that I begin this ceremony and begin by introducing the valedictorians. The valedictorians are Roy Ramsey Bullivant, Teodoro Reinhold Thomas, Emma Amstutz, Michael Dunham, Alina Soto, Grant Wiarda, and Xavier Winston. In addition, this year's esteemed salutatorians are McKenna Grace Lakety and Grace Yarger. In addition, it is my honor to announce the recipients of those who received their diploma with summa cum laude, which is a GPA of 3.85 plus. These students are Aliyah Purcell, Claire Stowe, Kendall Moore, Maines Kedka Manis, Emma Kerna, Reka Blakemore, Molly Hosinski, Gabriel Guther Sedmak, Claire Keemer, Peter Nagy, Hannah Mills, Simone Day, Mitchell Caponegro, Sammy Mirza, Matthew Carbonaro, Jonathan Zapp, Maximilian McCoy, Ryan Downey, Paula Brown, Morgan Baumgart, Anna Fuller, Madeline Mishak, Caitlin Henderson, Nicholas Verib, Julia Isabel Santiago, Cecily Ball, Anna Carroll, Jacob Thomas Etch, Alan Graff, Safran Arevalo, Miguel Zimnowitz, Eamon Lynch, Elise Anderson, Lauren Higginbotham, Seth Kirkpatrick, Brock Nottestein, Evan Kroll, Aiden Lorenzo Loomis, Maya Rose, Colby Simzak, Megan Swanson, Jasmine Kuatle Quintana, Osvaldo Salazar, Carolina Gona Guzman, Riley Rosnerick, Jakar Watkins, Alice Rose Brown, Hayden Breiler, Emily Shamish, Italia Ramos, Benjamin Thomas, Sydney Miller, Stefania Montano Cardosa, Aiden Ross, Marka Johnson, Aubrey Richardson, Henry Robleski, Brendan Leon Quinn, Tanaya Gonzalez, and George Ruscio Atkinson. At this time now, I would like to introduce Miss Chris Campos.
Thank you, Ms. Dietrich. It is my honor to introduce the magna cum laude students, which is 3.7 to 3.84. Nigel Wayne Pajakowski, Aya Elhag, Brandon Michael Plow, Peyton Bowering, Zachary Brenner, Sarah Sass, Maya Thomas, Ashanti Sierra Outbridge, Nicole Rosecolt, Noah Edward Gring, Jonathan Nierenberg, Madeline Stahl, Emma Suzanne Howe, Maria Nina Besario, Sydney Ann Lewandowski, Cade Math, Matthew Russell Anella, Amira Renfro, and Sarah Walker. The following students are cum laude, which is 3.5 to 3.69. Horace Hill, Samuel Lewis Rose, Logan Hansen, Taylor Thomas, Lindsay Collins, Mariah Smith, Elizabeth Ann Hutz, Joseph Grable, Kylie Grace Robbins, Claire Elena Wright, Alina Wilbanks, Rodney Allen Hurd, Dan Tran Wen, Reagan Ayala, Kylie Martin, Estela Flores Ramirez, Cheyenne Barkowski, Ismael Quintero Morales, Sarah Smith, Cynthia Marin Macedo, Daniel Peterson, Lila Buck Adams, Alex Kosher, Ashley Marie Flores, Solena Cruz, Danielle Vanessa Vedrasco, Mateo Galdames, Adenika West, Bradley Burke, Anika Burge, Elmer Ortega Elvira, Magenta Blanchard Rockhill, Alejandra Garcia Beltran, Gabriela Madeline Remini, Alicia Jacobs, and Catherine Garber. Thank you.
Students graduating scholarship with distinction have a GPA between 3.0 and 3.49. Cameron Pierce, Elijah Wachs, Joshua Zoll, David Zimmerman, Brianne Taylor Balakovich, Lariah Petty, Charles Trzaskowski, Cameron Dobbins, Galilea Macedo, Anna Grace Tarner, Zachary Searfrost, Austin Gill, Jesus Perez Marquez, Brianna Pitchford, Tyra Jones, Destiny Floyd, Nora Batista, Mark Allen Bambanet, Jacqueline Segundo Sanchez, Mimi Panzica, Amelia Lynn Brookshire, Isanae Bailey, Leonard De Dañez, Jonathan Marvel, Kendall Sanders, Jan Fabe, Blaine McCune, Alicia Villalobos, Ayla Krakowski, Shelby Doxey, Mamel Mahmoud, Richard Trotter, Erica Jones, Ezra Babs, Ella Haig, Montserrat Magayan Maciel, Samuel Austin, Micah Foreman, India McKinney, Nazar Fasali, Addison Cherry, Elena Gonzalez, Kaylee Buters, Charlie Friel, Marvin Giles, Ava Glick, Josie Whitcomb, Alexis Torres, Gabrielle Knowlton, Kennedy Northern, Isabella Ball, Jason James, Dakota Saunders, Caitlin Elliott, Lauren Miller, Kai Brown, Tegan Jones, Jeffrey Jasensky, Oscar Tinoco Guerrero, Alexis Willocks, Taylor Chase, Paula Escobedo Mendoza, Adriana Hurd, Julian Martinez, Zachary Johnson, Gabrielle Scatoni, Joshua Lerman, Kyra Horlander, Brianna Jones, Celeste Montano Cardosa, Christopher Lopez, Cesar Villarreal Santiago, Philip Love, Libra Wolfson, Alex Blade, Abarash Prophet, Carly Linton, Abigail Homer, Justin Bortone, Arturo Ortiz. In addition to the scholars we have just named, we have 17 students who have completed the high school graduation requirements in 3 years. Many of these students have also received academic achievement awards. In alphabetical order, these students are Marizella Alec, cum laude, Celeste Butler, Ana Chavara Juarez, Kara Domzalski, scholarship with distinction, Alexis Dunn, Aya Urtimi, summa cum laude, Maya Garcia, Damania Grimes, Andrew Hernandez, Amari James, Jeremiah Jones, Brianna Johnson, scholarship with distinction, Kayla Jones, scholarship with distinction, Yahara Leon, scholarship with distinction, Kylie Parcher, cum laude, Matthew Perkins, Tiana Peterson, scholarship with distinction, Julie Pinson, magna cum laude, Jahariana Vaughn, Patience Williams, Trey Woods. The National Merit Scholarship Program is a United States academic scholarship competition for recognition and university scholarships administered by the National Merit Scholarship Corporation, a privately funded not-for-profit organization based in Evansville, Illinois. The program began in 1955. The 2020 National Merit Commended Scholars are Roy Ramsey Bolwan, Mitchell Caponegro, Caitlin Henderson, Kendall Moore, Jonathan Narenberg, and Grace Yarger. The National Merit semifinalist is Rika Blakemore. The National Merit finalist and scholarship winner is Teodoro Reinbold Thomas. I'd like to introduce Ms. Becky Hernandez to introduce our International Baccalaureate Diploma candidates.
The International Baccalaureate aims to develop inquiring, knowledgeable, and caring young people who help to create a better and more peaceful world through intercultural understanding and respect. It encourages students across the world to become active, compassionate, lifelong learners who understand that other people, with their differences, can also be right. At John Adams High School, we offer both IB course certification and the IB diploma to our juniors and seniors. This year, 146 seniors, almost 36% of our graduating class, have completed the coursework and the assessment for at least one IB class. These students are candidates for IB course certification. They have earned an honor cord and a certificate of course candidacy for their effort. Congratulations. The IB Diploma is the most rigorous coursework offered at Adams High School, comprising 6 classes and at least 5 different subject areas, 18 months of service and personal betterment, a 4,000-word research paper, and a presentation and essay on how we know what we know. At this time, we would like to honor our 27 IB Diploma candidates with a certificate of IB Diploma candidacy and an IB medal. These are the John Adams Class of 2020 IB Diploma candidates. Rika Blakemore, Hayden Breiler, Alice Brown, Paula Brown, Roy Ramsey Bolwan, Kingwan Simon Dai, Ryan Downey, Michael Dunham, Caitlin Henderson, Molly Hosinski, Seth Kirkpatrick, Claire Kerner, Emma Kerner, McKenna Lechty, Max McCoy, Hannah Mills, Sami Mirza, Madeline Mishak, Stefania Montano Cardoso, Kendall Moore, Aaliyah Purcell, Italia Ramos, Teodoro Reinbold Thomas, Gabriel Sedmak, Claire Stowe, Nicholas Vereb, Grace Yarger. The IB Learner Award goes to the senior IB diploma students who best exemplify the attributes of an IB learner. While all of our IB diploma candidates exhibit some of these attributes most of the time, a few were selected by their IB teachers as exemplary models of IB learners who consistently strive to be knowledgeable inquirers, principled thinkers, and open-minded, caring communicators who are courageous, balanced, and reflective. The IB Learner Award recipients for 2020 are Ryan Downey, McKenna Lechty, and Teo Reinbold Thomas. The IB Creativity, Activity, and Service CAS Award goes to the senior IB diploma students who exceeded the expectations of the 18-month commitment to personal betterment and community outreach through creativity, activity, and service. While many of our diploma candidates met the goal of CAS, these students were selected by the CAS coordinators, Mrs. Stanton Verduzco and Mr. Plashert, as those who consistently went above and beyond to show their strengths, set new goals, learn new skills, persevere, work collaboratively, and think ethically and globally. The CAS Award recipients for 2020 are Claire Kerner, Emma Kerner, and Aaliyah Purcell. The IB Communicator Award goes to the senior IB diploma student who went above and beyond for service to the IB ambassadors and our IB Magnet. This certificate, in recognition of his service and advocacy on behalf of the IB Magnet through speech, film, and photography, goes to Sami Mirza. And now I'd like to introduce Head of Counseling, Tammy Berbitsky.
Thank you, Ms. Hernandez, and good evening, everyone. It is my pleasure to introduce to you our 2020 foreign exchange students. One of the highlights of this senior awards program every year is our foreign exchange students coming up and sharing a little bit about their experience at John Adams. Unfortunately, many of them have had to go back to their home countries, but I want to introduce them now. From Pakistan, we had Aliyah Afrin. From Turkey, we had Tamay Erarici. From Italy, we had Nazar Vazali. From the Netherlands, we had Luna Bauman Georgi Grun. From Italy, we had Filippo Paletti. And from Thailand, we had Yanisa Tanasamut. And here we have some video recordings from some of our foreign exchange students.
Hello everybody, my name is Nizar, I'm from Italy, and I want to thank everybody for this amazing year here at Adams. I really like all my teachers and all the kids I've met, and especially the soccer season was very good. Thank you to Coach Mihut and all the soccer kids.
Hi, I'm Filippo Paletti. I come from Perugia in Italy, and I've been an exchange student at Adams High School this year. What I loved about Adams is all the students and the teachers and the amazing person I met here during this year that helped me throughout all this year. Since the first week, I really enjoyed it and appreciated it, and those are friendships that I will never forget throughout all my life. And yes.
Luna. I'm from the Netherlands. I went to John Adams in the year 2019 to 2020. I had a great experience. I did cheerleading and I made my dream come true. John Adams was a good school. I had fun. I made a lot of new friends, and I'm thankful for everything I've done this year. That's all.
And thank you to our foreign exchange students who shared those videos. What a treat for us. We're going to move now on to the Community Award and Recognition part of our program. The first award we'd like to present is the African American History Challenge Award. This year's recipients are Cicely Ball and Safra Arevalo. The James C. Borden Award is in honor of a John Adams student from the class of 1947 who demonstrated a commitment to and excellence in visual arts, which he continued to develop as a teacher and a student throughout his long life. His family and friends established this award to encourage young artists. As a James C. Borden Award recipient, they will receive a one-time $500 award to recognize their accomplishments. The 2020 James C. Borden Art Award goes to Elena Soto. It is my pleasure to announce this year's Katie McCloskey Scholarship. On September 11, 2001, 1994, John Adams graduate Katie McCloskey was lost in the attack on the World Trade Center. The Katie McCloskey Memorial Scholarship Program was established through the Community Foundation of St. Joseph County to honor Katie's life. This scholarship is a $3,000 scholarship that goes toward tuition and fees per academic year and is renewable for 4 years of school. What makes this year so special is this is the first year we have a student who was born after 9/11 that will be receiving the Katie McCloskey Scholarship. We are honored and happy for Miss Lauren Higginbotham, who has been selected as the Katie McCloskey Memorial Scholarship recipient. And now we'd like to present the Robert Forrester Scholarship. This scholarship was set up by Mrs. Nabalski, a former secretary here at John Adams High School, to honor her husband, Robert Forrester, who believed firmly that education was the key to a successful life. To honor him, his family established a scholarship to be awarded to a student who works hard and has exceptional character. The 2020 Robert Forrester Scholarship goes to Kendall Sanders. We're excited to recognize this year's recipients of the West Side Memorial Day Parade Scholarship. This is a $1,000 scholarship that is given by the West Side Scholarship Parade Committee. We are lucky enough to have 3 recipients from Adams High School this year. The first, Maximilian McCoy, Brock Notstein, and Aubrey Richardson. And now I'm happy to announce the Joseph P. Karwarski Award. This was created in honor of Mr. Karwarski, who taught social studies and English until 1997. He was an Adams football assistant coach, and he also started the Lincoln School wrestling program. The Karwarski Award was initiated to honor the student who best served the school in sports, school spirit, and leadership. The 2020 Joseph Karwarski Award recipients are Safra Arivalo and Lauren Higginbotham. And now I would like to introduce our Dean of Students, Mr. Bob Toll.
It is a great honor to be able to present the first annual Jeff Hull Student Athlete Awards. This award was established to honor the memory of Jeff Hull. Jeff suddenly and tragically passed away this past September of 2019. Jeff Hull epitomized what it means to be an Adams Eagle. He was a 1975 alumnus, a staff member, coach, and so much more. One female and one male athlete will receive this honor each year in Jeff's name. This year's award winners are Jakar Watkins, Anna Fuller. It is an honor to present the John H. Croy Jr. Memorial Scholarship. John graduated from John Adams High School in 1983. John didn't start playing soccer until his sophomore year at Adams and played little during his first year. In the off-season, John worked tirelessly on his skills for hours a day. In his junior and senior campaigns, John was one of the leading scorers in the city of South Bend. He was also one of the all-time leading scorers in John Adams High School's soccer program. Later, after graduation, he was the assistant director at Turner's Indoor Soccer Center, where he handled the on-field coaching and refereeing. He loved working with the kids at the soccer zone. John also played on many men's adult leagues over the years. John loved everything about soccer and unfortunately tragically died in 2016. John always displayed hard work, integrity, honesty, and was team-focused. The scholarship is intended to provide financial support to a John Adams High School senior boys soccer player who possesses the qualities John exemplified. The 2020 recipient of this award is senior Grant Riorda.
Thank you, Mr. Toll. Congratulations to all the seniors of the class of 2020. I'm here to present the Career and Technical Education Awards. The National Technical Honor Society is an honor society for outstanding career and technical students of workforce education institutions in the United States. The National Technical Honor Society began in 1984 Today, NTHS serves over 4,500 member schools and has a footprint in all 50 states. NTHS honors the achievement of leading career and technical education students, provides scholarships, and cultivates excellence in today's high competitive skilled workforce. Students must have a 3.2 GPA out of a 4-point scale unweighted. Students must be enrolled in a career and technical education program or major. They must not have lower than a B in their program of choice. A faculty or staff recommendation must be submitted. These newest members also had excellent attendance and behavior. The following Adams students, although did not get to have an induction ceremony, nonetheless became members of the prestigious Honor Society in 2020. Elizabeth Hutz, Architecture, Drafting, and Design. Aiden Loomis, Architecture, Drafting, and Design. Clear Wright, Architecture, Drafting, and Design. Horace Hill, Aviation Flight. Aubrey Richardson, Criminal Justice. Brianne Belkovich, Dental Careers. Jacqueline Segundo Sanchez, Emergency Medical Services. We also have 3 seniors that became members of the National Technical Honor Society in 2019 as juniors. Emma Ann Stutz, Dental Careers. Carolina Coria Guzman, Dental Careers. Aya Helleg. The next awards I will present are the CTE Senior Gold Medallion winners. Each individual program gets to choose one outstanding senior student out of the total 4 high schools combined. Adams students received 12 out of the 21 awards. Ismael Quintero, Advanced Culinary Arts. Caitlin Elliott, Architecture, Drafting, and Design. Cesar Virial Santiago, Automotive Service Technology. Sarah Smith, Cosmetology. Aubrey Richardson, Criminal Justice. Emma Anstoltz, Dental Careers. Jacqueline Segundo Sanchez, Emergency Medical Services. Layla Buck Adams, Health Science Education, CNA. Miles Kuharik, Human and Social Services. Rodney Hurd, Networking Fundamentals. Lariah Petty, Sports and Entertainment Marketing. Congratulations to all these students. I would like to welcome Miss Friel to the stage.
Thank you, Mrs. Jeffers. We will now begin the departmental awards. And the first department is the Business Education Department. The Business Club State and National Qualifiers from the Business Professionals of America are Noah Green, Jason James, Manas Kadka, Daniel Nguyen, Claire Wright, and Joshua Zal. The DECA Award goes to Noah Green. The Future Business Leaders of America go to Daniel Nguyen and Joshua Zal. Microsoft certification goes to Trayvon Woods, Skylar Nicely, Alejandra Garcia Beltran, Manas Kadka, Osvaldo Salazar, Bradley Burke, Jakar Watkins, Noah Green, Rashawn Trotter, Gabriel Sedmak, Elise Anderson, Kai Brown, Horace Hill, Cameron Dobbins, Charles Truskowski, Michael Pitts, Morales Chavez Osmon, Blake Nowicki, Isaac Pantoja, Rosemary Ramirez, Ramses Ruiz. Outstanding business students are awarded to Elise Anderson and Kai Brown. Most improved business students are Elise Minks and Jorge Reyes. The next department is the English as a New Language, and the academic awards are awarded to Jan Fabe and Oscar Tinoco Guerrera. Citizenship awards go to Eric Quintera Morales, Kianaris Rivera Montalvo. Outstanding students in the ENL department are Salma Martinez and Lisette Torres. The Most Improved Award goes to Elmer Ortega Elvira. And the Perseverance Awards go to Muamel Mahmoud and Sarah Reyes de la Cruz. I'd now like to introduce to you Mrs. Gay Johnson, and she will present the Visual Arts Department.
The Visual Arts Department Awards are as follows. The Celebration of Excellent Visual Arts goes to Eamon Lynch. Hoosier Art Patron, Nicole Roscoe. The Visual Arts Departmental Award goes to two persons, Anna Fuller, Amelia Brookshire. For the Fine Arts Award, the Band John Philip Sousa Award goes to Cameron Dobbins. The Ray Hensley Award to Mitchell Caponegro. For the Choir, American Choral Awards, Annika Burge. Orchestra, National School Orchestra Award goes to Clara Kerner and Emma Kerner. The Conductors Award, Safra Arevalo. The Foreign Language Department is giving the French Award, Cheryl Roberts Memorial Award to Danielle Vizraku. High Honors, Sammy Mirza. Achievement, Emma Amstutz. The Spanish Awards with Distinction, Ellen Graff, Jonathan Nirenberg. Teodoro Reinbold Thomas. High Honors, Morgan Baumgart, Manas Kadka, Clara Stowe. Achievement, Elise Anderson, Anna Carroll. Michael Dunham, Caitlin Henderson, Peter Nagy, Aaliyah Purcell, Maddie Starr. The Heritage Speaker Distinction Award, Jasmine Carlos Quintana, Tanya Gonzalez. Heritage Speaker High Honor, Carolina Coria Kuzman, Italia Ramos. Heritage Speaker Achievement, Esmael Quinteros Morales, Osvaldo Salazar. I would now like to introduce Ms. Kristen Gaze.
Thank you, Mrs. Johnson. I am now going to give the Language Arts Department awards for yearbook, the album editor-in-chief, Anna Tarner, the album co-editor-in-chief, Catherine Garber and Tanya Gonzalez. For newspaper, the Tower editor-in-chief, Claire Stowe, the Tower media director, Seth Kirkpatrick, the Tower managing editor, Ryan Downey, the Tower most valuable person, Ellen Graff, the award for IB Film Director of the Year, Hannah Mills, Peter Nagy and Jonathan Zapp. The IB Lifetime Achievement Award goes to Aiden Ross. The IB English Awards. IB English Writing Award goes to the following: Michael Dunham, Ellen Graff, Sammy Mirza, Claire Kerner, Emma Kerner, Aaliyah Purcell, and Alice Brown. For theater awards, we have the Theater Arts Production Manager Award, which goes to Caitlin Elliott. The ACP Advanced College Project Award goes to Grant Wiarda. For creative writing, the Creative Writing Award goes to Mateo Godalmes. Jacqueline Segunda Sanchez and Ashanti Otbridge. Mathematics Department. The outstanding mathematics students are as follows: Roy Bolin and Lauren Higginbotham. And finally, for PE, the student of the year is Tavon Columbus. And now I would like to introduce Mrs. Karen Skierbeck.
It is now my pleasure to announce this year's Science Department Awards. Outstanding Biology students, Kendall Moore and Emily Shamish. Outstanding Chemistry student, Roy Bolwan. Outstanding Physics students, Michael Dunham and McKenna Lichty. Outstanding Science Research students, Mitchell Caponigro and Grant Wiarda. Outstanding Science Olympiad students, Matt Carbonaro and Jason James. Outstanding Sports Exercise Health students, Evan Kroll and Colby Simzak. Daughters of the American Revolution, Jan Fabay. Outstanding Civil Air Patrol Cadet, Jan Fabay. Notre Dame QuarkNet scholarships of $200, Mitchell Caponigro, Michael Dunham, McKenna Lichty, and Aaliyah Purcell. This year's Social Studies Department Awards. The Current Problems Award, Zach Brenner. AP United States History Award, Grant Wiarda. Economics Award, Samuel Austin. IB History Award, Teodoro Reinbold Thomas. IB Philosophy Standard Award, Elena Soto. IB Philosophy Higher Level Award, Teodoro Reinbold Thomas. IB Psychology Award, Evan Kroll and Xavier Winston. Psychology Award, Noah Green. World Religion Awards. IA Award, Grace Yarger. Distinction, Manas Kadka, Claire Kerner, and Emma Kerner. High Honors Awards, Reka Blakemore and Madeline Mishak. Achievement Awards, Anna Fuller and Ryan Downey. And now I'd like to introduce our Dean of Students, Mr. Tull.
It is my pleasure to introduce and award the National Honor Society officers. President, Theodora Reinbold Thomas. Vice President, Peter Nagy. Secretary, Emma Kerner. Treasurer, Manas Kadka. Representatives, Ellen Graf, Roy Bolawan, Grant Wiarda, and Jonathan Zapf, and outstanding National Honor Society senior Lauren Higginbotham. And now we'd like to reintroduce Mrs. Campos.
Hi, it is my great pleasure to introduce the following students as they receive their certificate of completion. Miss Dana Brown, Estefany Casillas Lopez, Levante Reed, Virginia Lindenman, Luz Shamanga.
Thank you, Ms. Campos. Each year, the John Adams High School administration likes to give a sincere thank you to those individuals from the class of 2020 who are going to be entering the United States Armed Services. We appreciate your dedication and the sacrifices that you are about to make. We would now like to introduce all of them. Jan Febe, United States Air Force. Stephen Haar, United States Marine Corps. Amanda Joseph, United States Air Force. Osman Morales Chavez, Army National Guard. Nigel Pajikowski, United States Marine Corps. Amanda Peterson Granger, Army National Guard. Kimberly Plata, United States Army. Vamani Stubbs, Army National Guard. Melvin Torres, Army National Guard. Teron Wilson, Army National Guard. And Anna Chavara Juarez, United States Marine Corps. We would again like to express our thank you and our congratulations to these fine young John Adams High School seniors. We appreciate all of their hard work and their dedication to this great country. Some of them have already departed as they have begun their assignments, and we wish them the best. We wish them great health, and with a sincere thank you.
We'd like to take this opportunity to recognize our students who have been selected to be Indiana University Group Scholars. This year's Group Scholars from John Adams High School are Carolina Correa, Lariah Petty, Jasmine Cuatl Quintana, and Italia Ramos. We would like to recognize the 2020 seniors who have participated in the 21st Century Scholarship Program. The following students are our 21st Century Scholars.
Thank you, Ms. Burbitsky. We would now like to award the Class of 2020 Eagle Spirit Award winners. Each year, we choose up to 5 seniors who best embody the school spirit of John Adams High School. Many of these students are found in the front row of our student section, at basketball games, at football games, and at all of our athletic events, along with attending plays and just being overall good role models for all of our Eagles. This year, each winner will receive this wonderful Eagle Award, and our winners this year are Blake Nowicki, Michael Baylor, DeQuasia Vaughn, Jakar Watkins, Aubrey Richardson, and Ariana Allen. I would now like to introduce our student body class president and our class of 2020 co-presidents. Miss Alicia Jacobs, Safra Arvalo, and Lauren Higginbotham. They are now going to address the class of 2020.
Hello, senior family, friends, and staff. My name is Alicia Jacobs. I'm the senior class president. My name is Safra Revelo, and I am co-president of the student government.
My name is Lauren Higginbotham, and I am the co-president for the student body.
We are honored to represent the senior class
at the 2020 Virtual Senior Award Ceremony.
Friday, March 13th was our unofficial last day. For the past 4 years, this has been our life.
Going to class, seeing the same faces,
anticipating game days, and stressing over tests. Even though we might not have known everyone in our class,
we are a family.
We struggled together, we collaborated,
and cheered each other on.
We made it.
This minor setback has only made us stronger and prepared us to conquer the real world.
Graduation is a significant accomplishment. Do not let anyone tell you differently.
High school can be rough.
Many people have not made it this far, but you did.
Take the opportunity to apply the skills you learned in high school into adulthood.
Remember how you overcame that challenging class or upset a big sports rival.
Remember that you can overcome anything.
To the class of 2020, you are the strongest class the world has seen.
You have inspired others, shared your stories,
and pushed to the very end.
Setbacks only mean larger comebacks.
And we have faith that the class of 2020
will do amazing things in the future.
Congratulations, class of 2020.
We did it.
Thank you, Safra, Alicia, and Lauren for those wonderful words of encouragement. In closing, I would like to thank the individuals who made today a success. I would first like to thank Miss Darlene Verdusco, as she orchestrated all of the awards for this evening and put together this wonderful program. I would also like to thank the custodians and building engineers for setting up this beautiful gym and keeping our grounds in wonderful conditions. I would also like to thank the counselors, Mrs. Burbitsky, Mrs. Friel, Mrs. Johnson, Mrs. Skierbeck, Mrs. Gaines, and Mrs. Hernandez, who have worked tirelessly to help everyone get to this day. I'd like to thank Mr. Geisler, our school social worker, Mrs. Burke, the principal's secretary, Mr. Cass, our bookkeeper, Mrs. Hackett, our attendance secretary, Miss Lynn, our athletic department secretary, Miss Deb Newman, our data tech. I would also like to thank all of the teachers that have made all of this possible. And I would like to give a special thanks to Assistant Principal Mr. Chris Berg for all of his editing and photography work for this event. This was an extremely difficult task to perform, and he has done a tremendous job with this. I would also like to remind everyone that tomorrow, June 5th, we will be holding our cap and gown distribution. At that time, any of the awards that were earned tonight will be given to the recipients. Please make sure that you follow the directions that we have sent to you in terms of picking up your cap and gown tomorrow, and we are extremely looking forward to seeing everyone. Please remember that we will maintain our social distancing. We also would like to make sure that everyone is aware of our graduation ceremonies that will take place later in July, and we are looking extremely forward to honoring the class of 2020. With that, I'd like to wish you a good evening, and I thank you for joining us tonight. We look forward to seeing everyone in the future, and go Eagles!